This is Adam Needens. This is my AEP 858 Module 17 Data Analysis Protocol Sheet. So what I've done here, I've set up a data analysis protocol for USD 405, and I have a spreadsheet basically set up for different categories of data collecting to give us a timeline and to collect dates for certain data analysis that we need to do as a school. So what I've set up here is the project title, a principal name, and then you would have the school name and whatever teacher name would go on that line there. That way each individual teacher has their own sheet and can keep track of all of this information. What this is basically doing is giving us a sheet of data areas that we need to collect, and then we can fill out dates or percentages or do whatever we need to do in the individual boxes. So if you kind of go along with me here, what I've done here is the protocol steps. Down the left-hand side over here, we want to collect our demographic information. Then we would go to our perception, our academic assessment areas, and then we would collaborate, and the final step would be our establishment of an action plan. I slide over to our details. These are the data areas that we would be looking at here. In our demographics area, I'd be looking for ESL percentages, free and reduced lunch percentages, and what are our attendance percentages. We could slide over, collect that in the August area at the beginning of the school year, and either write down percentages and dates we collect them. Perhaps we could do this again in September, October if we needed to, or just slide it into Q2 and then fill that out end of October, beginning of November, wherever that needs to go into our demographic information. Slide that on into Q3, into January, and so on. Onto the perception data, I would do surveys for all of these with students, staff, parents, community members, and what I would do in the boxes is probably write in dates of when they were given and when they were collected. That way we have that information from each individual teacher, and then I as a principal would have that from each individual staff member as they collect that information. We would slide to academic assessment areas. We would need our state assessment scores, averages, percentiles. Same to go with MAP testing, Lexile, and any formal assessments given and scores that need to be recorded or reported to help our data analysis during each individual month of assessing. And then we would slide down to collaboration in column 4. We need to analyze who we are. We need to establish what our goals, vision, our mission are going to be. What are the gaps that we're seeing in our school? And then what are our implementation ideas as a staff? And then the final step in the process, number 5 down there, is the establishment of the action plan. We need to implement it, we need to reevaluate, and we need to collect data and collaborate again and to see exactly where we are in that process. As we would slide across on our sheet here, you'll notice I have all of the months along here that we can be filling in dates, and then over here notes if any need to be taken along with that process. So what this is basically doing is giving us an outline or a plan of what we need to be doing, certain areas for data collecting in those concepts, and then this is basically giving us an outline of when we need to do things and just double checking to make sure that we're getting them done and getting them done on time. So that was my data analysis protocol review. Thank you for your time.